Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you may be, or good evening or good night. This is Jen at JensArtyInclinations, a place to create, share and play.
Hello everyone. I had to just get out my jelly plate today and muck about with it. I have these paper flowers and I love getting the white ones because you can always colour them up and, do whatever you want with them. And I discovered that actually they're a pretty easy way to get some different kinds of impressions on your jelly plates. So just a simple little way to get, not quite a stencil, but an impression in your work. These are some of the papers that, I mucked about with, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to turn on the camera. I'm just discovering here, I'm just playing about. I'm sure there's a more official way to do this. I'm sure lots of people already do it. But I thought, look, let's play and discover together. Why not, hey? And, anyone who pretends they know what they're doing, I think is wonderful, but that's not me. So this time I just thought I'd use my Display oxides that I have. These are the Tim Holtz one in the Ranger range. And I didn't want to use too many colours, so I just had 3 mainly that I was using, and I'd put 3 down and then I just pick it up. So I'm only pressing lightly. I'm not actually wanting to grab the whole thing. I'm trying to get some colour all over the page, and I'm really just lifting it and ever so gently putting it into the page. So there, it looks like I've sort of splattered it across, but I've actually used my jelly plate. And then what I was doing was I was rolling over once I had most of it up. And then that's sort of what brings up the flower patterns and you get a little bit more of the colour. So, yeah, that's the whole process. It's really hard, isn't it? But I love it. Look, I know it's hard to see on camera, but you actually do get to see the flowers in it. So those paper flowers, they hold quite a bit of colour, which is lovely. And then when I finished, I can actually use those flowers in work. Now, I actually ran them under the tap once I was finished, and then that just took off the excess colour and it just brought it back to a really nice, pale, smooth colour that lost that chalkiness on it. But if you like the chalkiness, obviously you wouldn't do that step. But yeah, that is all I did. So now I'm just doing the other side, and again, just pressing lightly at first, and then I'm rolling over to get a little bit of those flower patterns. See, you can see it better there. So isn't that cool? Just another way for me to do some pages. I will either cut these out for collaging. I will more than likely use these as pages in one of my journal books, which I think, that's a lot of fun. And, I just love this effect. And it's one of those things that if I saw it, I don't think I'd really know how to go about making it. And so, this as an accident was a wonderful discovery. And I'm hoping to discover a lot more techniques soon. I have found a fabulous paper craft shop. So they not only have, abundant supplies that I can actually touch and feel and pick up and look at, they also run classes. So they'll run, lots of different techniques and ideas and layouts. So yeah, I'm really hoping to discover a lot more. I even came across another junk journaler, and I never meet junk journalers in person. So that was really, really fun. So look, as I learn things, it'll really help. And hopefully I'll be able to bring some things to you. And yeah, we can discover even more together. So here you go. Here's a bit of a close-up view. Again, I'm not even, I was sort of trying to get all 4 corners, but on this one, I'm just kind of picking it up all over the page. Now, that can give you quite an interesting effect, even if you're not doing something like this. But yeah, I really like how these oxide inks work. Just beautiful, and There we go. Now I'm just getting a little bit of an impression on the other side and just collecting as much as I can before I respray it. So I found this to be a really nice, easy technique. And by allowing myself to play and limiting my supplies a little bit, I worked out a few other things that, happen to make a bit of a difference. See how that collected on the roller? So then I did this and I could actually roll it around like a stamp. And I could use it on its own as a stamp, but it was lovely how it sort of collected on the roller. And then later on, I did a little bit of that and used the jelly plate to pick up the ink onto the flowers that were on the roller. And then I rolled them across the paper. So, yeah, playing with just one thing gave me a couple of different techniques. So putting them on the page, spraying over them, and obviously you can lift them up and then get the relief look of the flower. Picking them off the plate and then actually putting them on the roller, like so many different things. So you sort of get different layered looks too, because each of those do look a little bit different. And it's just a lot of fun. I'd love it if you could leave me a comment below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed what you saw today. And of course, please subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you next time. And in the meantime, keep creating. Enjoy!